Tiffini!
Damon!
Braden! Lindsey!
David!
Jennifer! Josh! Brandy!
Albert!
Deedee!
Kate!
Mowava!
Fred, and you.
Welcome to the Mickey Mouse Club.
It's Thursday, party day, and boys, we got a hot party for you.
On today's Where I Want to Be, you'll be joining me at the Johnson Space Center in Houston, Texas, where I learned about becoming an astronaut. It was really neat. I bet your brothers were jealous. No, they're too young to try that stuff.
Does anyone else have a brother or sister?
Yeah.
How'd you get along? I think we get along pretty good for average brothers and sisters. She's real important in my life. She's always here when I need her. But there are times where we're like two pit bulls, you know.
Yeah, I have an older brother, too. I can tell him most things, and we always make up excuses for each other. But however, we still have our times where we're kind of, kind of get on each other's nerves, but I still love him anyway.
I know that there can be competition between sisters and brothers.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the final match in the ongoing brother-sister rivalry between Homer and Rita Hanshaw of Cedar Rapids, Iowa. You know, Tiffini, it's been some season, hasn't it?
Gosh, it sure has, Fred. Homer and Rita are both superb players, and I think we're all looking forward to this final brother-sister bout.
Oh, yes, indeed we are. Of course, you'll just remember that Rita had quite a problem last week in the crucial Who's Got the Best Report Card semifinals.
That's right, Fred, and the season's outcome now rests completely on today's event. Impressing Mom.
All right. Before we begin, let's go take a look at the two contenders. Homer is 13 years old, weighing in at 92 pounds. He's got a B-plus average and is already a silver medalist in the behind-the-ear watching event.
And there's the underdog, 69-pound Rita. She's 11 years old, and would you believe it, voted most valuable players in last season's Tattletale tournament.
All right, I think we're about ready to begin. Let's go down to the arena and pick up all the action.
Mom! Yes, honey?
He's using the direct approach, which worked so well for him back in '87. I wonder if it'll work for him today.
When I talk to my friends at school, and they're complaining about their parents, it makes me realize how lucky I am to have you for a mother.
He's off to a good start with 10 points.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Rita.
Here's Rita.
I picked these for you.
Wow. And Rita has pulled way ahead with 15 big points.
You know, in my experience, Fred, flowers beat out a verbal compliment every time.
Oh, yes. I don't think that Homer can recover from that blow.
Mom, I just cleaned the entire garage.
Oh, he's back. Homer is back.
Without being asked.
Oh.
This is amazing breakthrough. Yeah. Well, I would have cleaned up the whole garage, too, if I had spilled that whole can of paint all over the floor.
Oh, boy.
What a save. What a brilliant save.
Homer, is that true? You know you're not supposed to use the paint without permission.
Homer is visibly shaken. I don't think he... Oh, it's a personal foul. Homer has bumped his sister.
My piano playing arm. It's broken. I'm dying. Look at the way Rita's looking.
It's all on. Homer is being sent to his room. Oh. What a match between superstars this has been, isn't it?
You know, I doubt we'll ever see this like again, Fred.
Now, let's see if we can get Rita over here for a quick word. Rita, join us. Well, congratulations to you, champ.
Thanks, Fred. It wasn't easy.
Well, let me ask you. You know, it seems like you turned the whole thing around with that mention of the paint can,
Yeah.
right? Right? Well, let's take a look at the videotape and tell us what was going through your mind.
Well, I was scared yet confident you'd crack under the pressure. Oh, and crack you did. Congratulations, champ. You were terrific.
Rita Hanshaw, you just won a tremendous victory. Now what are you going to do?
I'm going to Disney World.
Good for you.
As a special service to Mickey Mouse Club members only, we present the answers to tomorrow's math test. 42, x equals 36.09. The square root of 144. The farmer only has enough gas to take a squash to Houston.
It's time for Invention Connection, and today's invention looks pretty weird. We showed it to some kids to see if they could guess what it was.
I think it's the time nightlight. I think it's an egg cracker. It looks like an alarm that wakes someone up. I think it's something from my dad's golf game. It looks to me like it's an automatic ping pong ball server.
Those were all good guesses, and one of them was right. It's called the Wacky Waker Upper, and was invented by 3 kids from Newton, Massachusetts. Mike Shields, Dan Posen, and Eric Osterberg. Let's see as they demonstrated at the Boston Museum of Science.
And that is the Wacky Waker Upper. Here's how it works. When you flip the alarm the night before, and then when the time comes, the string loosens allows this switch to go up, which turns the light on. Over here, the string loosens allows the lever to go down. Excuse me, that's my turn. When the ball falls in this can, it triggers the rubber ball. And the rubber ball falls down the tube and hits me on the head. Thanks, guys.
That's pretty cool. I could use one of those to get out of bed in the morning.
What do you want to be? Every week, the Mickey Mouse Club travels across the country to let you experience what you want to be.
This week, our own club member, Josh, got a chance to take a look at what he wants to be. Yeah, you know, I always wondered what it was like to be an astronaut. It's a lot harder than just blasting off into outer space. So I visited with the real astronaut. His name is Pinky Nelson, and he showed me around the place where astronauts train at the Johnson Space Center in Houston, Texas.
3, 2, 1, 0, and liftoff. Liftoff. Americans return to space as Discovery clears the tower.
Being an astronaut just might be one of the most exciting, interesting, and just plain fun jobs around. That's what I found out when I spent a day at the Johnson Space Center in Houston, Texas, with an astronaut who's been up in space 3 times in a space shuttle.
Well, this is the laboratory module where the scientists will do their work. We'll perform our experiments in here.
His name is astronaut George Nelson, but everyone calls him Pinky.
What's it like to be an astronaut, Pinky?
Well, it's the best job I'll ever have, I think. It's lots and lots of fun, but hard work also. We spend a lot of time training, practicing all the different things we're going to do in space. Underwater training we do in a spacesuit, and that's to practice going outside the space shuttle cabin, and that makes you feel almost like you're in zero gravity. It gives a very good simulation of what it's really like to work in space. Working in zero gravity out in the cargo bay, or either fixing a satellite or repairing the shuttle in some way.
I think you need to be over here to help me get that on, because I'm bound to need some help.
Astronauts have to do a lot of exciting things when they're in training, like they practice how to move around in space. Of course, all this practice is nothing like a real thing.
I go 1 potato, 2 potatoes.
My first flight, that was one of the main parts of the mission. There was a satellite that had been put into space 4 years before and had failed after 6 months. We went up and captured the satellite, and then one of my crewmates and I put on our space suits and our hard hats and went outside and were satellite repairmen, and actually took the satellite apart and fixed it and put it back together again. It's up there, it's still working.
Bye. 1 minute. Being in space may be fun, but it can be kind of awkward too. That's what I found out when Pinky showed me around the Space Shuttle simulator. It's a life-size model of the real space shuttle.
So bathroom's right over here. Right here, and I'll open the door and show you what it looks like.
Wow.
So this is what the toilet looks like, Gus.
Cool.
It's not easy being in space. You have to have a good memory just to know how to fly the space shuttle.
We've got over 2,000 switches
How do you memorize?
on the flight deck. Well, it takes a lot of years to learn. You have to know exactly what every single one of these switches does and just what it's connected to.
Think you might want to become an astronaut? Well, get ready to go to school for a long time. Pinky has a doctor's degree in astronomy, and then he had to go to test pilot school. But for Pinky, at least, all that time and work was worth it.
I like to stay and keep my body in shape and do physical things, and you do a lot of that. And I like to have a mental challenge. I like to work on problems that are hard to solve, and you have to know a lot for it. So that part of it's fun. And then the best part of all is I like to fly. You get to fly in airplanes and in space occasionally.
And you know what? After spending the day with Pinky Nelson, I think I might want to be an astronaut too.
It's more to be an astronaut than what you see on the news. Yeah, and every week on the Mickey Mouse Club, you'll have a chance to learn what you might want to be. Write us and tell us what you want to be, or something you would want to see. Send your letters to us, and don't forget to include your name, number, and your address and a photo of yourself. Write to What I Want to Be, the Mickey Mouse Club, P.O. Box 10200, Lake Buena Vista, Florida, 32830.
We'll be right back after this.
Damon, do you have that $5 you owe me? Oh, brother.
What a drag, huh?
Yeah, he never has time for me anymore.
Well, he'll never spend his time behind headphones again. Not after he lends an ear to Frightman, the latest in Mouseco's line of practical joke cassettes. Here's how it works.
Damon, I just got this really awesome tape. Wanna listen?
All the psychedelic mutants, all my favorite groups. All right.
It may look like an ordinary tape, but just wait. Frightman cassette tape, wherever quality wacky pranks are sold. Look out!
It's Thursday, party day. That's where we take a theme and we go crazy with it. And today's theme is the hot party. So that means we're going to have to party with potholders. Yeah.
So Chase, you decided hot meant wearing a bathing suit.
Okay, fine. What's this junk hanging off your fabric here?
This is my favorite cover.
Hot means to me looking hot. Yeah.
I thought hot meant to feel hot. So I wore a hat, an ear muff, and a scarf, and 3 new sweaters, and leggings, and red jumpers, and even combat boots. Mercury is the hottest planet in our solar system. It's so hot that if you took a lunchbox like this and put it on the surface of Mercury, where it can get up to 648 degrees on a good day, soon it would look like this. Now that's hot. And now it's time in our hot party for a really hot act. From Samoa, it's Saikawa, the fire dancer.
Sawa is a skilled performer. He's been doing this for many years now. Don't even think about doing this at home.
who I think changed so fast that even since the beginning of the show, a whole bunch of new expressions have been hot. And if you're really on top of this stuff, you can totally confuse some people.
So how's it going?
Hi, Fred. Hey, great sweater. Oh, yeah, it's like totally Corinthian. Yeah.
Corinthian?
You know, Deedee, my sister's always hugging me home. Boy, that really blocks my sister. No ice cream for her. Oh, really? Have you seen that guy Jeff? Burn my krill. That guy is utterly decaffeinated. Oh, I know. Oh, when you hear my new cassette, it's totally Soap and Brian. Psychedelic mutant. Rip my nose off and stuff it in my ear. Bye, Fred.
Burn my creel. Oh, hey, Mowava, you know you're looking totally Corinthian today. I'm telling you.
It's time for a hot party game, and I've been looking forward to this. Our camera's going to zoom in on one audience member. And Braden, who's waiting off stage in a soundproof box, has to find that mystery person simply by listening to the audience say, "You're getting warmer." Ready, Braden? Okay, camera number 2. Zoom in on someone. Now, does everyone in the audience see who that person is? Okay, bring Braden in. Oh, woo! Fun! Where is it? He's coming. Ready, Braden? Wait a second. We're going to make this a bit more challenging. You only have 30 seconds to find our mystery person.
Oh, that's easy, but what happens if I don't get him in the 30 seconds? Or her? Well, since everyone in the audience will be screaming things like getting hot and getting warmer, we'll just cool you down with this bucket of water. What do you think? What does everybody think? Yeah! Wait a second, though. Wait a second. And if I find the person, I get to cool you up, right? Yeah!
I suppose that's a good idea. Okay, let's start the clock. 3, 2, 1, start looking!
Be mind on fire, be soul on fire, feeling hot, hot, hot. Yeah! Party people, all around me, feeling hot, hot, hot. What to do on a night like this? Feeling sweet, I can't resist. We need a party song to find a bit of charm, everybody. Swinging on, boom, boom, boom. Yeah.
did we cool you off too much?
Well, not yet, but I tell you though, things could not be any hotter than they were today.
Well, if you think today is hot, just wait till tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be even hotter. And if any of you guys want to see what's going to happen on the Mickey Mouse Club movie Teen Angel, we'll have part 3 tomorrow.
Great job. You ready to close the show out?
Yeah, let's do it. See you real soon. Why? Because we like you.
The Mickey Mouse Club is videotaped before a live audience at the Disney MGM Studios in Lake Buena Vista, Florida. For ticket information, drop us a card. Send your cards to the Mickey Mouse Club, Disney MGM Studios, P.O. Box 10200, Lake Buena Vista, Florida 32830.
Tomorrow is Talent Day, where kids all across America will be put into
The Mickey Mouse Club Hall of Fame!
tomorrow on the Mickey Mouse